Right, here's a little hood hack for the boys. This is for when you're getting a bag and you want to make sure that it's nice green before you go all the way home with it. Because if you're getting it on tick, you could just drop it back to the fella and say, this is nice, I'm not getting it. If you smoke a bit and it's not lovely, right? So getting the bag, yeah, that's all fine. But rolling a joint like around the corner from your man's gaffer in the park or whatever, that's a bit red hot. So I'd recommend getting like a little pipe out of like asha. So then you can get the bag off your man, just pull out a little bud, throw it in the pipe, walk around the corner, puff, puff. You can taste test that shit, see if it's nice. And if it's nice, there you go. Now you're stoned on the way home. If it's not nice, then you can throw it back in the letterbox and text your man saying, fuck that is rotten. Here's a hood hack for the boys, right? Do you know when you're active, you're out and about with the trap phone and the blower is fucking getting hockeyed out of it by loads of people that are looking for a bit of shit off you, right? And that thing, the battery's getting drained on that fucking thing because you're texting lads, you're ringing lads, you're ignoring other fellas, all sorts of shit, right? So here's how you keep the trap phone from dying when you're in the middle of conducting a bit of business, right? So obviously the first thing that you're going to need is a power bank, portable charger, yeah. But I can already hear your criticism. Oh, what if that thing dies? What if that thing dies? That's where you get two of them. Charge them to 100% and charge the trap phone to 100% before you leave the gaff. And then, right, when you're out, you hook up the two power banks, the two portable chargers to each other. So one is charging the other one and the other one is charging the other one back, creating infinite power. Hook your phone up to that. The thing's never going to die, 100% battery for life. Right, here's a little hood hack for the boys. This one's for when you're in blunt rotation and there's someone there that won't shut the fuck up waffling and it's wrecking your head and you just don't want to listen to them anymore. You want them to just stop, right? Wait until the blunt comes around to you, take a couple of big hits and then do a big fake coughing fit. Launch into like like as loud as fucking possible, like incessantly, constantly, until your man fucking shuts up because no one can hear what he's saying. Hopefully you derail his train of thought and he has nothing else to say and that just shuts the waffler up. Right, here's a little hood hack for the boys. So if you're going to any concert, any event, any function, I'd recommend showing up with a high-vis vest. Just bring your own high-vis vest, which is going to give people this false air, this illusion of authority, as if you're kind of working behind the scenes, as if you're like part of the staff. And you can pretty much get away with whatever the fuck you want then. You can probably just go backstage, no problem. You can walk behind the bar, just take yourself a drink. Do you know what I mean? You can like smoke and vape inside. If anyone says anything, you'd be like, yeah, I know Tony, the fella that's organising this. I work here. What are you? You're getting kicked out, bro. Leave now. You're barred from this place. Here's a little hood hack for when you're out and about and there's like torrential downpour. It just suddenly starts fucking raining, right? And you have no umbrella and you're fucking snapping, right? What you want to do is wait until you see someone who has an umbrella and just sidle up to them and stay beside them and befriend them. Offer them a drag of the joint. Offer them a sup of the nagging that you were just drinking in public at the bus stop. Do you know what I mean? Just fuck whatever you're doing or wherever you're going. You're now tailing this person. Your mission is now befriend them for free shelter underneath their umbrella. Little satirical hood hack for being safe when you're meeting a new plug for the first time. So typically when you meet your new plug for the first time, it's going to be through a mutual. A friend of yours is a customer of theirs. You're going to tell this mutual not to say anything about you to that fella. Just say, me mate's looking for a bit. No further information. You're going to thoroughly vet this plug through the mutual, get as much information on this person as you possibly can, right? When you meet this person, when you contact him, first of all, you're going to want to do it through a burner Snapchat account. No cameo story on that Snapchat account. Your Bitmoji has to look fake. The name on it has to be fake. And the location has to be turned off, right? When you meet this fella, if he's doing a delivery, you don't want him to deliver it to your house because then that motherfucker knows where you're located at. So what you're going to want to do instead is hop a bus or a Lewis or a train or walk a long distance. Meet him somewhere where he doesn't even have a clue where the fuck you're at, right? You're going to want to wear all black everything and runners in case you need to dash something that's possibly stab proof or bulletproof in case everything goes completely awry. You might want sunglasses as well as your hood up and a COVID mask, so your the way you look has been completely disguised 100%, right? When you meet this fella, you're gonna want to get it on tick, right? Because then you get to go home and test it and see if it's any good before you fucking pay. And you're gonna want to get a small amount as well. Instead of getting like a half ounce, just get 50 bag, just in case turns out to be shit weed and you're stuck with it. Here's a little hood hack. It's about a thing called mockies, right? If you don't know what mockies are, I've been recently made aware of this through a comment on one of my videos. They're essentially undercover Garda, right? But they smell and look and sound exactly like fucking homeless people. They just trick you that way. Used to be they were just regular undercover fucking dudes and you could spot them a mile away. Now they're pretending to be fucking homeless. So what you do now is you just treat every single homeless person you interact with as if they are a member of the police. That's my hood hack. Just be like, I'm not saying nothing to you without a solicitor, Mr. Homeless Man. I'm sorry, you could be a police officer. Here's a little hood hack for 3 different conversational walk back techniques that you can use to backtrack out of like some information. If someone starts Googling it and you're not sure if it's true or not, you might just drop a statement or a fact and then you start doubting it because someone's like, what? No way, I'll Google that now. And you're like, right. So one of them is, so I believe. That's like the most like vague shit ever. So I believe. I could have just completely made that up. If you say so I believe turns out to be wrong, you'd be like, I don't even know. Whatever. So I was told. That's like, if you say that, that's like, I know someone in particular, a specific person who said this, and if this turns out to be wrong, I have the blame to point. So I was told is pretty definitive. And then so I heard. That's like, there could be rumblings. There could be a couple of people speculating. So those are 3 little spices that you can throw in when someone starts Googling some shit that you didn't want them to Google. You can just get out jail free with any of those 3 phrases. Here's a little hood hack for anyone that's seen the movie Intermission, right? If you're saying a little turn of phrase and you want it to sound even more cool, you just put, as they say in the States. You just say that after you finish your little phrase. You could be like, yeah, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it, as they say in the States. You know what I mean? You could be like, it's all peaches and gravy, as they say in the States. You know what I mean? Someone can finish talking, you just be like, yeah, that's Brontosaurus, as they say in the States. So it amplifies anything, makes it sound way more slick. Right, here's a little hood hack for the boys, right? This is for when you're out and about, say you're in town and a homeless fella or a brass monkey comes up to you looking for €1 and you just don't want to give it to him, right? I would recommend what you do is you go get like 50 cent or a quid and you convert it into pound sterling and have that in your pocket, and he'll walk up and he'll be looking for the quid and you just hit him with a fake British accent. You just be like, all right, geezer, here you go, bruv. That's all I got. And you whip out 20 cent in fucking pound sterling, but he doesn't know how much that's worth. He might still take it off you, but you've ultimately just pranked him. That's fun.